Oh, we're shaking. What's going on, everybody? Oh my God, I can't stop touching the table. It's gonna shake. We're doing a video on my iPhone because I don't have my camera. I'm traveling for work this week, so I have a very important topic that I want to talk about. I'm currently in a hotel. You can't really see it, my bum. Travel life. This lighting set up here though, woo! That's a lamp. This is gonna sound insane, but I went to a party this weekend, and the party was to celebrate the Los Angeles LGBT Center. They had like a 50-year party or whatever, and for some reason I was invited, but it's because I'm gay and I do YouTube videos, I guess, but still. I went and I felt like Arkansas Southern white trash in like one of those really nice, clean Disney recycling bins. Like I'm like that ketchupy, mustardy stuff at the bottom of this really nice, clean recycling bin. Not belong. Everyone was very nice and amazing, but I realized that I did something so not what I want to be doing while I was there. I realized I was really comparing myself to other people that were there. And I started to think about it. I feel like I do that all the time with like social media and stuff like that. And then I like sat down with one of my really close friends and we talked about it. And he said that he does the same thing. Like literally he had examples of people that he like idolized and like compared himself to so specifically. And I talked to a not so close friend, somebody that I'm not even that close with, and they said the exact same thing. So I feel like we all do it. And then I was like, okay, so I know we value ourselves, right? I know like I value myself. I know I've done great things. But is anyone like truly like appreciative of their own accomplishments? And like, does anyone not constantly compare themselves to other people? I literally, when it comes to even just YouTube, sit there and compare myself to Mark Miller and Joey Graceffa and Tyler Oakley and all these other people that are completely different people than me, but I still compare myself to them. So I did some Google research and stuff like that, and it kind of made me think, if you sit there and you compare yourself to other people, you'll never win, because there's always going to be somebody that does whatever you're trying to do better than what you're trying to do it, right? Like, I'm not going to be the best diagnosing optometrist there ever is. Like, I could be a really good one, but I mean, it could potentially never be the best one. And if I was the best one, it's probably at one disease, and there's somebody else that can diagnose all these other ones better than me. And it's like, there's always going to be something that somebody's better at, or better in a different way, or you will literally spend your whole life idolizing this image of somebody else and not accomplish the things that like you should be setting your goals for just in general, or enjoying and acknowledging the things that you've already done. There's like always, for me, there's always going to be a bigger or more influential or positive YouTuber. There's always going to be a better optometrist. There's always going to be somebody that has a better body. Like, and those are all things that I literally sit and look maybe on Instagram and think, my God, that guy is ripped. And I think I want to look like that. And then you don't like look at yourself and then say, okay, like I actually have made progress. It's very hard to do. I feel like everyone does it. I kept thinking at that party that I need to work harder. I need to be acting in more films. Like, I need to be creating more YouTube content. I need to post better Instagram pictures and like change my optometry continuing education lessons and all this stuff that went through my mind. And it was just in comparison to what other people had, because I'm like trying to like scramble to get that. And then after sitting down and like writing a bunch of this out, because that helps me, is to like get my notes on my phone and just start writing stuff, especially like on planes and stuff. The biggest thing that helped and that made me feel clear again was to write down my goals that I have already accomplished. Okay, so like start at the very beginning. Like for me, being like a 13-year-old nerdy gay kid in the South, like I had these, like one of my goals was to like leave the South. One of my goals was to, at one point, was to weigh more than 100 pounds. One of my goals once was to like have a job, to be able to afford to travel once a year was a goal of mine. One of my biggest goals until my mid-20s was just to see Switzerland. And I wrote down all of these things that I have already accomplished, no matter how small. Even one of my goals was that I really want to be eating healthier right now, for my health, literally for my health. And I haven't really made it that far into the goal, but I have had 3 days now where it was healthy, so I wrote that down. It made me feel like I'm making progress. And I looked at all of these things and I was like, oh my gosh, look how far I've come. Those people at that LGBT center didn't have those exact same struggles that I did. They didn't have those same goals. And so like, it's just so silly then to compare myself to them. And then I realized that is what I should do then, is then compare myself to myself, right? How can I make myself a better person? What can I set my goals to that aren't based on jealousy of what other people have, but based on how I want to be? Literally, Jane Fonda was in this room. So like, and Kathy Griffin and like the Queer Eye boys who are also nice, and like just so many people, like Sia was there. And like, I'm like, man, like comparing myself to these people were completely different. Started a new list too. That was my own personal goals, no matter how big or small, right? One of them is now to see Italy. I've never been to Italy. So attainable, easy. Because in my mind, my goals were just to do more. My goals were just to be bigger, do more. And I was like, I need to find that. I'd say it's helpful, and what helped me was to sit down and think about what's gonna make me happy in life and what can I do to get there. So for some reason in my mind I was thinking, you need to be super influential now. You need to save as many lives of LGBT kids as you can. You need to change the way optometry works and make it LGBT friendly as you possibly can, and promote body positivity in every way that you can, and like all of these different things that I was like in just this big picture that I have to do. And then you just kind of get lost because there's just this massive cloud hanging over the like expectation that you want to compete with someone like Jane Fonda. I'm not Jane Fonda. I wrote down my own goals, and one of them was still to eat healthy, like be healthier, like want to live longer, eat healthier. I'm thinking about all this acting stuff and like how much I love doing it, but it's just this like very competitive and stupid world. I don't know, it's very weird. And I kept thinking, well, why do you want to do acting? Like, because I want to create specific types of films. And I was like, well, what types of films? And I like to do fantasy. I like Harry Potter and Game of Thrones and stuff like that. And so like, I want to be a gay character in one of those, right? So I need to practice for that. I need to learn more about what that means. I need to continue my classes. I need to see if I can audition for some small stuff like that. And like having a breakdown list of the goals that I personally have for me and not what for those people have. My God, I feel so much clear-headed. And like anytime that I have free time, or if I'm sitting there and like I'm on my phone, I like can go look at my goals and be like, okay, what can I be doing right now? Speaking of, one of my goals was to spend less time on social media because, man, I feel like I'm on it all day. I feel like it's compulsive, and I just get on there and it's like, phew, it's bad. Yeah, I don't know. Watch more motivational videos was something that I want to do, you know, helps a lot. Writing all this down for me, my current goals that I want to achieve, super low level, broken down, even high level, spread out there, and things that I've already accomplished, just move those from there to there, and it just keeps your head clear and just lifted this weight off my shoulders that I was comparing myself to other people, and I started comparing myself to myself. I don't know, I wanted to talk about this. It's something that kind of was an epiphany for me. So what about you guys? Do you compare yourself to other people a lot? I feel like it's very common in Instagram culture and YouTube culture for people to be like, this is the life that I want, this life that I see. And And it's very hard for us to all remember that the life that you're seeing is just the best possible edited reel of our lives. And you have that too, and you could make that too and show that reel and it would look just as good. So it's really hard for us to like compare apples to oranges like this. I remember somebody saying once that somebody was posting a picture of all this beautiful food that they had cooked, and like it was all very healthy, and this person was like just like so effortlessly making this like beautiful dinners every day and stuff like that. And one person was like, I really want to do that. But they didn't see all the dirty dishes sprawled out, the arguments that they got in with their partner because of like all of the mess and like the time that went into filming those videos and how much money was spent on buying all of that stuff. Like you don't see all of that part. All you see is that beautiful after product that they post on their Instagram. Very similar for all things on social media. So just keep that in mind. No, it's so hard when you scroll past someone and they're in this beautiful relationship and you're like, man, why am I not in that beautiful relationship? Remember, you're just seeing the best parts. All right. I'm gonna go sit in the hot tub for a little bit, I believe. Finish eating my cookie. Please subscribe if you don't already. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Never stop learning.